Up with KREM begins now.
Good morning and happy 4th of July to you. Welcome to Up with KREM and streaming on KREM 2+. I'm Tim Pham. We have our crews out in the field today. We have Nicole Hernandez and Brandon T. Jones out to get us ready for this 4th of July. Brandon's going to be talking a little bit about fireworks safety and also some fun events happening. And Nicole has us covered on the weather. Good morning to the both of you. Nicole, it sounds like it's going to be a good weekend for folks to get outside and grill or enjoy fireworks.
Yeah, totally, Tim. It's going to be a little bit like cloudier than maybe you want it to be, but other than that, it's really going to be a solid weekend. Do you have any plans for the 4th?
I do, but my wife, she makes all the plans, and then so I have to go out to be a good partner, you know what I'm saying?
Course.
So
Absolutely.
I'll be wherever she wants me to be.
That's awesome. Well, wherever you guys end up, it will probably be a decent day. Again, just that cloud cover is a potential. Right now, it's in the 50s. It is definitely chilly. We've got a little bit of a bite going on, but look at this sunshine. I could just stay in the sun all day long. It's absolutely beautiful. Enjoy the lack of clouds, this nice bright sunshine if you can, if you're heading out early this morning, because by later this afternoon, there is a chance that we end up seeing some of that sunshine go away and some partial cloudy skies take over. The region, across the region, we are kind of in those like 50s area right now. It's just kind of a little bit crisp compared to the past few mornings because we have just been cooling down every day this week, but nothing out of the norm. We're still a pretty nice, good morning. Today, we end up warming up to about 79 degrees here in Spokane, basically high 70s here, eastern Washington, North Idaho, and then out in central Washington, probably hitting that 80-degree point, because like always, you guys are warmer. Now we are talking about a chance for some isolated showers moving their way through the region. So I'll talk more about that coming up, as well as some breezy conditions for your 4th of July.
Yeah, for sure. And you've been talking about those hot and dry conditions, especially earlier in the week. And so that's why we kind of want to put an emphasis again on fireworks safety. Of course, we've been talking with some of those fire crews, and this is just that busy time of the year where ultimately those conditions, anything can happen, especially if it gets a little bit breezy as well. So talked with some of those fire crews. They gave us a reminder, hey, there's going to be burn bans in place. So wherever you're living right now, whatever county or district, go ahead and check on what they have in place for you right now. Again, fireworks safety though at the top of our minds, because you don't want to be responsible for a wildfire on your holiday. Never really any time, to be honest with you. But again, those conditions, the fireworks, they simply don't mix. That's why firefighting crews have been vocal ahead of the holiday and sending out those reminders that fireworks are illegal through most of Spokane County. The lone exceptions being Airway Heights and Deer Park. In those communities, you're allowed to have fireworks on private property until midnight today. Anywhere else, you will face a fine of $500.
A fire season is always difficult. Every year it gets hot and dry this time of year. That's why we enact our burn bans.
And then according to the Washington State Fire Marshal's office, the number of firework-related incidents has gone down since 2022. Last year, the office is reporting that there were 271 fires caused by fireworks and 156 injuries. Of course, we want to continue to see those numbers go down. Across the state line, Coeur d'Alene does not allow fireworks that shoot in the air. However, they do allow things like sparklers and other fireworks that don't leave the ground. Again, the overall message just being that you want to have a safe, enjoyable 4th of July holiday. So live it up, enjoy that time with your family and friends, but just remember to be safe. And then also remember there's several local fireworks shows throughout the region as well. But for now, reporting live here at Riverfront Park, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Some good advice. We'll check back in with Brandon and Nicole throughout the morning. In about 15 minutes, they'll join us with a look at some of the fireworks shows and other events this holiday weekend has in store. But let's take you live outside now to a look at I-90 in Pines to look at the traffic impact this morning. It's a holiday, so there's not going to be as much volumes out on the roadways, but maybe if you're traveling a little bit further or maybe over a pass or something, there could be some slowdowns as many people will be crisscrossing the state to spend time with family. We'll keep a close eye on traffic throughout the morning here on Up with KREM. We bring you weather and traffic together every 30 minutes. Today is President Trump's day, where he is expected to sign the One Big Beautiful bill that passed the House yesterday. The legislation significantly boosts spending for border security, immigration enforcement, and defense. It also extends Trump's 2017 tax cuts, increases the child tax credit, and ends taxes on tips and overtime pay. He praised the passing of the budget bill as the biggest bill of its kind ever signed and said there were no deals made with congressional GOP holdouts. Our Boise sister station spoke with Idaho Representative Mike Simpson, who says he was proud to have voted yes on the bill despite disagreeing with parts of it.
There are parts of it that I don't know that I would have put in if I was king for a day, but yet there's an old saying that if you love sausage and respect the law, you should never watch either being made. This was the sausage being made, and it was compromises between people that had problems on one side and the other, and that's how it works, and that's where the best legislation actually comes from.
Simpson went on to say the bill will help Idahoans by avoiding one of what he called the largest tax increases in American history. While here in Washington, the Washington State Hospital Association has been sounding the alarm, saying cuts to Medicaid may cause hospitals and healthcare providers in rural areas to lose millions of dollars or even close. We spoke to Representative Michael Baumgartner about those concerns.
Well, there's a lot of alarmism and hyperbole there. I mean, look, Medicaid is a federal matching program to the states. So the states can decide to do whatever they want to with their health care spending. But what the federal government's not going to do anymore is not going to pay for illegal immigrants to be on health care as they are in Washington State. And it's not going to pay for able-bodied workers who could get off the couch and be in the labor force, and they're not going to be paid for as well. You know, what's challenging the hospital in Washington State is a lot of things that have happened in Olympia, like nursing mandates and other high tax rates that they've imposed upon hospitals. So Washington State does have challenge.
Washington Governor Bob Ferguson denounced the bill, focusing on the transfer of wealth from the lower and middle classes to the upper class. The governor said, quote, "This bill takes food from our most vulnerable Washingtonians to give tax breaks to the ultra wealthy. This bill is only beautiful to billionaires," he said. With the bill passing, critics are taking a look at the potential impacts. They say the bill will add $3.3 trillion to the national debt over the next 10 years, and it will also have an impact on the environment. The U.S. Forest Service is now ordered to harvest at least 25 million more board feet of timber annually than the year before. Here in Washington, of our 9 million acres of national forest land, about 18,000 are harvested each year. A 25% increase is raising concerns among conservation groups. The bill also phases out federal incentives for wind, solar, and other clean technologies by 2028. The new legislation would slash SNAP, cutting monthly benefits and imposing a new work requirement that could disqualify tens of thousands. Food Lifeline says more than 900 Washingtonians receive SNAP benefits. The nonprofit says the demand is expected to increase. They say they are still dealing with the impact of the pandemic. The warehouse says some are rationing food meant for distribution and are limiting hours of service because they simply just don't have enough.
We serve 300 food pantries all across Western Washington, and that those food pantries can't get enough from us that they need to serve their communities is a really, really big problem.
The nonprofit worries community help won't be enough to make up the gap left by federal cuts. Happening today, the Airway Heights Fire Department is hosting an open house today to celebrate both the 4th and the opening of their new station. They'll be giving tours of the new facility along with serving free hot dogs. Construction on the new station finished mid-June, but this is the first time the community has been able to take a look. In honor of Independence Day, the TSA is launching some new programs for military members and their families. Current uniformed service members are already eligible for free TSA PreCheck. Now, Gold Star families can also enroll for free, while military spouses can get a $25 discount on the enrollment or renewal fee. The TSA is also adding special security lines for military members at some airports, including Seattle, San Diego, and Anchorage.